before we talk about early voting, which starts today, goes through this week, and then Friday of next week, Mike, are you at all optimistic about the future of the city of Milwaukee, or is it going to be just more of the same bad news?
Well, when I first came, brother, I talked about having faith. Because what you see right now would discourage you, but I have faith because you have young brothers like David Crawley, for instance. The example, he went to school with my sister. He's young enough to be my son because my sister's young enough to be my daughter. And that brother is an example of a young man, a young person who has respect for his elders, which is a very much a foundation to get the support he needs to have. And he understands the history somewhat of the city and where we're going, and we're able to work with him. He's humble enough to work with. So I think the future is very bright because we have other areas of activity than politics that we need to be involved in.
And David may be pursuing a legislative office of his own coming up pretty soon. We'll find out soon enough. Let's talk about the 6th Senate District. So Nakia Harris Dodd said, you know what, I've had enough of this. I worked with Chris Larson on the county board. Chris Larson was someone that Nakia Harris Dodd worked with. He assisted her in getting elected to that 6th Senate seat as running against Beth Coggs. She's decided Nakia Harris Dodd, she is not running for the election. LaTanya Johnson has made the decision that she is going to run to succeed Nakia Harris Dodd. And right now, LaTanya Johnson is the only one running. Mike, is that a problem? Do we need someone else to at least challenge and force the issues to come out? Because the issues are forced to come out when you got two opponents. When it's just LaTanya Johnson, is that a positive thing?
Well, I think you'll love to hear this. One concept that came out of Joe Davis's endorsement of Donovan was a group by the name of Poly. And so, online I'm doing a lot of webinars about politics because we don't know the basics.
Poly's an acronym.
So Poly's acronym is politically organized leaders loyal to you. And so we don't have that right now. So we have to build upon, that's what the early voting is about. And that's what voting period is about, is building a base of people who are dedicated to changing this community politically. And so I'm not confident at this point that we have somebody who could run and actually be on the level of Tamara Grigsby. Man, rest in peace to that sister, but we don't have a lot of our young women that's coming into politics or young men that have the respect level that she had.
Right.
So I don't know LaTanya Johnson, but what I'm hearing when I hear her, I don't hear somebody that's has the humility to be the servant for the people. And some people feel like I did it myself and I don't owe nobody, so I'm not going to talk to the community. I'm not going to be held accountable. I'm going to do what I want to do. So we do need somebody, and I think there are some individuals who ran in the 7th automatic district, and also some individuals who ran in the 5th automatic district, like Keith Bailey. I named him, for instance, as a person who probably should run for senator in that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Keith's name in the hat without even him saying it.
He's probably listening.
Yeah,
so
Keith,
he's reacting to it right now.
I would like to see that because we just can't have the same old warmed up soup, man. This is not gonna work for our community.
So that election there'll be a Democratic primary, which would be on August 9th, 2016 for the 6th Senate District seat, which is being vacated by Nakia Harris Dodd. Right now, LaTanya Johnson's the only one in it. Let's get back to early voting. So early voting starts today. You will assist folks if they need rides, if they need transportation, to go and vote early. If people want to take advantage of that opportunity, Mike, how do they do that?
Yes, and we just asking people, don't be an April Fool and don't vote, because the last day of early voting is on April Fool's Day. And man, I'm just gonna say an anecdote. I had an election on April Fool's Day, and I showed, and I had ran for alderman in the 9th district in about the year 2000, and I sure was made a fool of by West Lawn and Berryland. Everybody, oh, we going out to vote, we going out to, man, I got whooped in that district, man. I'm just gonna keep it real. And then the next day, this brother pulled me over. I still had my signs on, licking my wounds. Hey, pull over. Hey, did McGee win? He don't even know who I am. I said, man, I'm McGee, man. I lost. Did you vote? He said, oh, man, I didn't. But don't lose faith. You gonna get back in there. So he sent me an email them years ago, and it was a beautiful, poetic email about having faith about the future and that how he let me down, and the community won't do that again. It was real good. So I'm just saying, starting the day, when I get off the show, I'm picking people up. We're going down to the municipal building to vote. It's easier to vote now than even in January. In February, the weather was actually much better. There's going to be a great turnout. There's a lot of people that voted early with me before that's going to come out again. So we just ask the people, you can call me at 414-629-5452. I will personally come pick you up. If I don't pick you up, I'll arrange a ride for you. That's 414-629-5452 for Early Vote.
Are you endorsing any candidates that are on the ballot? I know you have your write-in candidates that are legends from time ago, but are there any people that are on the ballot, maybe aldermanic candidates, maybe candidates for other offices that you are encouraging the community to support?
Well, some things I learned in the last election is you have to have the right type of advocacy. So it has to be issue advocacy, and what I'm doing, you could have the DA come in and say, oh, he's endorsing candidates. I'm not hired by any candidate to do this. I'm doing it in my own volition. So I would say, though, I can name the ones that I feel are doing a good job.
And I think we need to hear that. So based upon the issues and the current state and condition that were in our community, early in the program I read that Wisconsin has got the highest level of poverty currently than we've had in the last 30 years. So we know what the issues are, we know the conditions are. With that being said, are there any candidates who are on the ballot right now seeking office that support improving conditions for folks in Milwaukee and in Wisconsin?
Yeah, and I think you won't lose in the 7 automatic seat. I love both of them brothers, but I believe that both of those brothers are going to be the best alder person that district has seen. And no disrespect to my man's Wade, I'm just letting you know, both of those, I can predict that now, that both of those brothers are in position to really improve that district to the level that they wanted. The 6 automatic district, which is my hometown, Sister Malele Cox is in position to really be pushed to the next level, and she knows that people are asking for more. So I'm not gonna sit here and fake it at all, but I know that the sister is capable because I knew her since she was a baby, and that she's capable of just rising even higher than she is going. Strategically, she's doing it well. And so then, the 9th automatic district is very interesting because it's a Larson connection there, and the sister Chantia Lewis. I just met her recently, but I try to reach out to her just as a big brother, man. And a lot of times we get under the wings of these white folks and be scared to reach out. So now she want to reach out because she's under attack. So
the Working Families Party put out a big mailer with all of the candidates.
And that's my district that I currently live in.
Right.
And I voted for that sister, man. I told her that Saturday. So I don't know
Chris
what
Larson's group that has endorsed her. Okay.
But I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. To get Alderman, now this is real politics. To get Alderman Hamilton in as the next common council president, he's gonna have to have his votes lined up now.
Right.
And so I don't know if the sister's gonna vote for him.
Right.
So if I can find out that, I will vote for her. If she don't vote for him, then I'm gonna have to go appointee or write-in because he needs that vote to be the next common council president. Other districts that are running, it's a contentious battle between my man Sherman Morton and Chevy Johnson, who I definitely know his family, know him well as also. That seat is going to be interesting. It's contentious on a whole nother level, but that's going to be a great representation. And I'm going to have to go with Sherman. I'm going to keep it honest and real. I mess with Chevy on a personal level, but I think Sherman is grown for the position.
Right.
I don't know what kind of backlash he's going to get because Barry whooped Joe's butt in his own district, and Sherman might be able to go door to door and convince people, and they know. And the thing is, it's going to be an indictment on Sherman if he loses.
Right.
Well, what kind of job did he do all these 12 years? Because he was the main person that everybody talked to when they called. That's just the real. And so, any other districts, definitely brother Stamper, Russ Stamper, is in position to cruise into victory. So there's no surprises really coming. Who else are we looking at?
That's about it as far as on the north side.
Yeah.
There's a contestant race on the south side. That's not going to have too much weight on that. But Shanti Hamilton.
And my man is a shoo-in. He knows it. I'm like, Shanti, you going too hard out here. Now I go to church and see
Mike,
a truck.
He had it right. You see the truck?
Man, yeah.
He had the truck parked in front of, because the first All-Man district is right across the street, and this is Malele's district right here. He had a truck with a big old billboard on it, Shanti Hamilton.
Man, he better off giving that to charity, man. All that money he's spending for that, man, give it to charity or start a business or something, man.
He's taking it very seriously, though. I think
you should.
He has a challenger, and he wants to give some respect to the fact that the voters do have a choice. Yeah. And that's the thing about being, in that position of being alderperson. No matter what you do, Mike, no matter how hard you know this, somebody don't like you. Somebody didn't get a call back from you. Somebody's snow didn't get shoveled.
Man, they still calling me for service.
I believe they are. Caller, I want you to stay on the line. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back to you in the studio with former Milwaukee Alderman Mike.
Somebody wants you to know where they are.
You and Mike is still on.
That's all good.
WNOV 868 and the boys keep it locked. We'll both be right back.
It's war without bloodshed.